Hello traders, welcome to Investoo.com's How to Trade Binary Option series. In this lesson I'm going to teach you how to trade an end of day expiration option strategy. This means that we are going to be focusing on the larger moves throughout the day, but still we are going to be day trading BOs in our session. Even though the expiration is a larger expiration that we are used to, we are still going to be focusing on the daily move. Okay, trader, this is the US dollar Canadian dollar 1 hour chart, and to trade end of day expiration options we are going to be using the hourly chart. Now, the first thing you need to notice is that we are going to be using a 50 period simple moving average. Okay, this is nothing but a 50 period simple moving average, and we are going to be using a MACD. And the settings we are going to be using on the MACD are a 9 fast MA, a 13 slow MA, and a MACD SMA of 5. Now, you may notice that we have some separators here. These separators gives us the beginning and the end of each session. Okay, to enable or disable these separators, you go to properties, you go to common, and you go show period separators. And because I don't like my charts to be overwhelmed, I have decided to not have a grid on it. Now, the first thing you need to know is that we are going to use the 50 period simple moving average as a trending indicator. If the 50 simple moving average is pointing up, it means that we are in a long uptrend, and if the 50 period simple moving average is pointing down, it means that we have been on a downtrend on the past sessions. Now, this is very important because we are going to be trend trading. This means, or trend following. This means that if we are in an up move, we are going to look to buy call options, and if we are in a down move, we are going to look to buy put options. It's as simple as that. And when the 50 period simple moving average is flat, we are not going to be trading this currency pair or whatever instrument you are analyzing or you want to trade. Now, that's the first thing. The second thing you need to notice is that we are going to be using the MACD histogram as volume or momentum indicator. And the reason we are going to be using it is that because we want momentum when we enter the trade. And the reason we want momentum when we enter the trade is because we don't want to get trapped inside of a rangy market. We need big moves either to the downside or to the upside. All right, so the next thing we're going to do when we are trending, we are going to be using the trend line. Okay, now if we are going to grab a trend line, if we are in an up market, of course, from the low of the move to the next low. Okay, and the reason I'm picking this low is because if I pick this low, you can see that this trend line has already been broken, and we don't want broken trend lines when we are trading this strategy. And of course we also want channels, which in this case should go on this high right here. Now, because we are in an up move, we are going to be looking to buy call options. Let's say that we want to trade this specific session right here. Okay, now let's zoom in on the chart and let's go to the actual session. Now, we have already assessed that we are in an up move. We have the ascending trend line or ascending support and the ascending resistance. Okay, we are uptrending inside of a channel, and we want to trade this session. So we know we want to buy put options for an end of day expiration option. But it would be a very bad move for us to blindly just buy a an end of day call option right here, because as you can see, price actually moved down before it moved up, and we actually don't know what's going to happen with price when we buy our options. What we are looking to do is to get the best possible entry for our trade to have the biggest possibility of expiring in the money. And let me be frank with you, if we buy a blind or if we blindly buy a call option right here, price can actually move all the way down to the channel and then just finish the session below our entry. Okay, it would have been a great entry if we would have waited for price to hit the channel and then buy our option. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Let me just get rid of this rectangle right here, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do. What we're going to do, first of all, we are going to look for the previous level of support. And you can see that the previous level of support is this one right here. We tested it right here as resistance, then we broke to the upside and we tested it as support, and it was tested right here as support before we broke to the downside, and you can see that we have a very strong rejection right here. So this is the medium area that we're going to be looking for. And we have two options. We are going to wait for price to hit this area of support and move up, or we are going to wait for price to hit this channel and move up. In any case, we need to be very focused because we want to buy a a call option once it does. Okay, this is where the MACD comes into play. You can see that the momentum on the MACD is becoming less and less intense to the downside. And then we have a very strong move on the MACD to the upside. When this happens, right here, we know that price rejected, or well, the bulls rejected this area of support and also the 50 period simple moving average, and we can buy an end of day expiration option after this candle right here. And you can see that this option expires in the money. Now, again, if we go back one session, we are not going to blindly buy right here a call option. We are going to wait for this test to happen and then buy a call option right here when we have a surge in momentum to the upside. And you can see that this option also expires in the money. Okay, and this is what we are going to be doing day in and day out. And of course, because we're trading end of day expiration options, you can do this with the entire array of instruments that your broker lets you trade.